ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Just Plain Living. I'm John Gray.
Hi, John Gray. I'm
Hi, Peggy Burton.
And I'm just so happy that I'm alive and well today.
I want you to look right there at that fish. That fish has got flowers growing out of his back. Isn't that pretty? Those flowers were what's left of flowers that were put in church for our anniversary.
Well, that's great that they live this long.
Yeah.
I'm crazy about sunflowers.
Sunflowers, those pretty little flowers, and it's the time of year. It's almost time. Although I've seen, Peggy, as you drive around town, skeletons are in the yard.
I know.
Big skeletons.
Big old skeletons.
10, 20 foot tall skeletons. So to me, it's a little bit early for Halloween, but we're pretty close to having this hot weather kind of ease on through, and the leaves are going to start changing, and it's a beautiful time of year.
It is a beautiful time of year, and the trees are just barely beginning, a few of them, to drop off, and squirrels are climbing every pole to get everything to eat they can find.
Squirrels are. I haven't seen squirrels around the house in quite some time, and they're making their way in.
It is odd about squirrels. There was a period of time when squirrels would almost come up on my patio.
Right.
But I don't see them as much as I used to. Is there something that's picking off the squirrels? Like
squirrel hunters.
Okay.
I say that, but I doubt that there's anywhere near the people in the country, in the county, and I might be wrong, who squirrel hunt and eat squirrel.
Well,
like they did when we were kids.
Yeah, when I was little, a squirrel was a delicacy. Believe it or not, we'd crack their heads open and eat their brains. I know that sounds repulsive. But when you're hungry, you'll eat about anything.
You'd eat anything, wouldn't you?
Yes, you would.
It didn't hurt you, though, did it?
It didn't hurt me, not at all.
We used to, I tell you what we did. My mom and dad lived on Hood Drive, and of course it's inside the city. And everybody over there fed the birds.
Yeah.
Feed the birds, put a bird feeder up. Well, you can't keep a squirrel out of a bird feeder. My daddy had a wire run from one tree to another tree.
So the squirrels
hung a bird feeder right in the middle, 10 yards from either one of those trees.
And the squirrel made his way.
The squirrels would go out on a hand over hand on that wire and drop down in there. But what that meant was, we had, you know how a beef farmer tops off their beef? They send them somewhere to a corn lot where they top them off with corn.
Oh, okay.
To get that rich flavor and that stuff that they do. We had corn-fed squirrel on Hood Drive, so we went over there one day, and they were eating Mama's flowers, and Daddy had a little garden he had. Wirt Armstead wouldn't let them have a garden, so he'd plant flowers, and then behind the flowers he'd plant a tomato bush.
Yeah.
Then he'd put a taller flower, and have cucumbers.
Right.
But the squirrels would eat Mama's flowers, and they'd eat the red tulips first. They like red, and then they'd go to yellow. Then they'd go to purple.
That's fascinating. I never knew that.
Daddy, but everybody's feeding them. So we went over there one day, waited till everybody went to work, went over there with a couple of tight breech 22 rifles and killed about 40 squirrels.
Oh.
Corn-fed squirrels.
And
we had squirrel and gravy. We had squirrel and biscuit. Because they were corn-fed just like at a beef lot.
Sure.
That's
amazing.
Now the people next door, they even housed spiders,
Yeah.
Bugs and birds, and so they were not happy about that, but that's just too bad.
I was going to say something. If people are wondering why we have things to hold paintings on without any paintings on them, we're waiting for Michael Bush to come.
But see, look at that picture right there of Peggy. Go back to that picture. Now, see, that's art in itself, right there. That gold piece of wood back there, that's art. That's
Sure.
art. Look at the difference between the color on one side of Peggy and the other side of Peggy, and see the difference in the two screens. Now, see, that's interesting
And
to
Michael
me.
Bush is a guru when it comes to
That's right.
color.
Michael Bush from Bell Buckle, Tennessee, esteemed artist.
And will be on our show, so be sure and watch.
He's coming. Don't you leave.
We also need to compliment our fire department. What a great group of people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We have some video about that we're going to
Oh,
bring
good.
to you here in a little bit.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
And then we have Sylvia Pinson on from Shelbyville and Bedford County, and let's see here,
She's involved in a million things. I'm so
million
proud of her.
things. This is the American Mule and Bluegrass Festival, September 25th through 27th, and it is, you can win a mule.
I know.
And if you win the mule, and mules are very important.
Mules are probably smarter than we are.
Why, of course they are. You can win a mule. And if you win the mule, you get to keep the mule if you want it. But if you don't want a mule,
You can sell
if
it.
you live in the city and you can't have a mule dog, you know, you can sell it, and you get to keep half the money, and the other half of the money will go
To
the mule people.
right, well,
And then
yeah.
to nonprofits. But Sylvia will be on and explain all that. I love Sylvia when she comes. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She's like Peggy. Yeah, if you ain't doing something, she's gone. You ain't fast enough for her, she's out. She'll go find something else.
Sylvia's amazing.
She is
absolutely.
amazing. We're glad to have her. So always.
I think Greg Gressel's coming on too.
Is he?
There's a lot going on at South Jackson
Always.
Performing Arts Center, and things start going into
we're-
Christmas.
we're-
Before you know it, we're loaded with Christmas stuff.
Christmas will be everywhere. Oh, and Oktoberfest. There's all kinds of different things going on. Matter of fact, let's go look at some of that, CJ, right now. There's your Oktoberfest right there. And that is, September 27th. It's a little bigger than the screen.
Yeah,
and-
it's September this year instead of in October.
Huh?
Hasn't it used to be in October?
But it's in September.
Right, I know.
Because September's when they really have it. They have Oktoberfest getting ready
And
for
before the
October.
Oktoberfest, we have the outdoor Midsummer Night's Swing.
Right, there it is, right
And
there.
it's a little out of line on the lineup, I guess, but
And
it's September 18th.
September the 18th, and you can learn to dance.
You can learn to dance if you show up at 6 o'clock. Tim Taylor is a champion. He tours all across and goes into,
That's not the Tool Time
Yeah.
guy, is it?
I don't think so. But Tim Taylor is a great dancer and a good teacher, and he'll be teaching from 6 o'clock till about 6:45.
Right.
And the band will start playing at 7. So we have a lot going on. His class will be inside.
Very good, very good. So,
You got something to read us?
I got something to read.
Imagine that.
Excuse me. This is our writing group at First Christian Church. It's called Left to Right, and meets every Tuesday night, 6 o'clock, in the old office in the church building right there, not the post office, the other side. And so some of the things we do is we give an assignment
Right.
to where reading, writing, composing, if you do it long enough, you get in a rut. It's real easy to slip into everything sounding, looking, feeling the
So
same.
this gives you motivation to
Right.
move into a different direction.
Different thing, get out of your comfort zone.
So what's your
I'm a rhyme guy, and so this week's prompt or this week's instructions were to write without rhyme.
excellent.
Use alliteration, simile, onomatopoeia, whatever, or nothing. Just
Right,
write prose.
Just write what you feel like writing.
And so I chose alliteration, and this is how my funny little head works. Because I had to, and I said alliteration, and then I have a prompt underneath it that says, "No rhyme my ass."
You're so prolific.
Alliteration. The wily writer wishfully watches for words which work where a weapon is wanted to witness his worth. Persistence is the path to not picking a less than pedestrian pocket to place his promise to produce a perfect performance. Is it really a crime not to write without rhyme? Time after time after time after time? Or is it an affirmation about alliteration, putting the project proficiently to bed? Enough said.
Good job.
So that's my take on alliteration. You think there was enough alliteration in there?
There was enough. There was enough. What do you prefer, prose or constant rhyming? What is easiest
well,
for
it
you?
depends. I mean, I like writing prose. I don't. Poetry has gotten to the point is if it's poetry if you call it poetry.
Right, like it's
You know,
art.
it's
It's
not-
art if you call it. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's a
you
song
can-
if you call it a song. Poetry used to depend on different rhyme schemes and the masters did things. Now it has no rhyme or reason.
right.
And what I enjoy, I guess because I'm a songwriter, is I like the musical flow of poetry.
Yeah.
And it's hard to achieve that
Without rhyming.
without some rhyme and some meter,
Yeah.
you know, that goes along with it to make the thing flow. But I sometimes probably rhyme more than I need to. So this group is helping me to stretch myself.
Do you ever do the kind of rhyming where one person makes a sentence or a thought and the other person has to rhyme it?
Oh yeah, we do that.
Do
We
you
go
do
around
that?
the room sometimes. Somebody start a line,
Yeah.
and we write it down, and then hand the paper to the next person.
And
And
then
they
they
write
add
a line,
to it.
and then it's usually pretty interesting what you find when
Yeah.
it all comes back.
Because it may end up totally different than this guy that started.
Oh,
obviously.
of course, way different.
Just takes you
It
off
might be a different subject
on a
matter.
trip.
You know, so
like
but
a
that
fun-
makes it fun.
Sounds like a fun thing.
Hey, we have Tullahoma High School football. We got I got beat by White County last Friday night. They have a great football team, and we didn't play quite as well as we're capable. But you know that happens. No matter how good you are,
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's perfect every day.
Nobody's perfect every
It
night.
was a learning experience. We have Nolensville coming into town this Friday night, and they've gotten to where they're one of our rivals
A big
because we
competitor,
play
yeah.
them quite often, and they have great facility up there, the great school system, and so they'll be coming to Tullahoma, and we're going to see if we can take care of business with them, because after them, I think we'll start going into we haven't played a regional game yet.
Yeah.
So it's time for the regional games to get played, but we got beat the other night, 24-7, so, or more. But hey, like I said, we have a good football team. We have great support, Wildcat support. So be sure and go out and find a seat in the bleachers this Friday night. And all the other things that we have going on, we'll get to those things as we come back after this commercial message, so don't go away.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Gracie and Pedro might not get along so well.
They're standing on my tail.
But there's one thing they agree on. There's a right seat for everyone.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Whether you're a dog,
Hold on, Pooch.
a cat, a fish, or a rat.
And I'm a ferret.
Be sure to travel safe.
How can you be so sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
On your next adventure, make sure your children are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite people forever and ever, amen, is here with me today. And I call her the Energizer Bunny because she don't ever stop going. Miss Sylvia Pinson from Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. And let me tell you what, where is it? There it is right there. This girl, it's like she doesn't have anything else to do, being a county commissioner, working at different places over there, still working at Nearest Green as a tour guide.
I am.
Tour guide, and you know, helping this whole region grow. We are getting ready to have the fifth American Mule and Bluegrass Festival, and that's going to be in Shelbyville, and you have the stage.
All right. This is the 5th year, American Mule Bluegrass. Date is September the 25th, 28th at Cooper Steel Arena, where our whole festival is inside the building, so we figured out the rain problem.
Okay.
So we have tickets available. Now, the Mule Show used to be in the Celebration, but 5 years ago, Marty Gordon put together the American Bluegrass Festival. Now, I was called in because, you know, I love tourism.
Sure.
Been in the Parks and Rec world. I was called in to help. I've been with him for 5 years. So, the model behind this nonprofit is to educate, entertainment, competition, and this particular nonprofit gives back to the community or some way. It's a give back program.
Sure.
So, the give back this year, I gave you a ticket and I want you to fill it out. It's about the mule. Her name is Rachel, and Rachel
There's my ticket filled out right there.
Rachel, you can buy tickets, $5, and it gives you a chance. If you draw, your name is drawn, you have two choices. You can either keep the mule or put it up for an auction another week on our website. If this mule, and this is an example, gets $3,000, if the owner buys it for $3,000.
Is that a reasonable price for that mule, or is that a little up?
Well, now your sponsor on the mule is with the one of the I'm trying to think, Better Homes and Garden, Jeff Hicks. the realtor.
Right.
They usually come up, Marty and he finds the mule, Marty brings it, grows it, takes care of it. This is our 5th year. All of the mules, the first mule we gave was all white. Her name was Angel. All of the mules are named biblically. This is Rachel. Now Rachel is named because Marty's aunt has recently died. So Rachel. So going back, if your name is drawn, you got a choice. You can keep it or put it back out. And once that the people who bid on it buys it, you split that cost.
Right.
You get $1,500. This is an example. And then this year, it's going to the Mission Mule Packers of North Carolina. Now, they're the organization that goes into the fires, goes into the mountains when there is all kinds of emergencies. The mule is the valuable animal. If you know, they have fought in every war except for the Korean War. And so, now, also the education. This is where I came in. When Marty asked me to come on, he said, I would like to bring the school kids in. Can you help me? I said, sure. I know the superintendent. We go and meet with her, and he prints a booklet. He's written 3 children's story books. And so we talked, so for this will be our 5th year, and once we finish this year, it'll be over 3,000 4th graders in our Bedford County schools that understands the value of the mule, the parts of the mule, and through this operation, they get a booklet. And the booklet, I have written some, through his stories, I've written some questions to follow up what they've learned. They get a Mule Skinner certificate. Now, what does that mean? That means they've been educated on what a mule does and how it fits into our relationship. So, the buses roll in. My job is make sure we got 39 teachers coming in with 744 students within 2 sessions. So the buses line up, I'm there to meet them, we position, they have a place, we rotate. There's 9 stations. There's Jelly Bean. She's on a treadmill freezing their ice cream. Also, we have a country cooker. He's there cooking in cast iron. Marty is there with Rachel. Rachel is there. We've got a mini donkey this year.
Right.
We've got a homesteader. Then we have one of our entertainers that teaches the children how to yodel. We have a blacksmith. These kids are marveled at what they learn within such a quick time.
Right.
And so I process their package. They have a mule certificate. Each teacher gets the full booklet. And then on Friday, we bring in the homeschoolers. Last year, we brought in over 108 homeschoolers on this program. Now, for local homeschoolers, please, on the website, I'm going to give that. You are invited to come at 9:30, be registered. We're going to put you through exactly what we put the schools through the year before. This program is so unique in how we've set it up. Then the entertainment. The entertainment starts on Friday and Saturday. And we got Steve Hall Grass Kickers, James Stembridge, Noel Goodman, Stone River Band. Then we have contests. Contest is the cutest cowboy and cowgirl
Really?
Listen, last year I loved every minute. They were the cutest things I've ever seen. We have the fast mule race, gated mule show, western mule show, mini donkey show, and the mule pool, which is and they've added the farm class. Now, I love mule pools like I like tractor pools or car pools.
Now, during all of this, Is Rachel sitting on a throne with a little crown on or something?
She doesn't have a crown, but she's in beauty. And I encourage people to go on our website because we have a video of her, and it's taken at Marty Gordon Farm.
Right.
And the setting is gorgeous. She's beautiful. I fall in love with every mule, and I hate to see them leave Bedford County, because the mule people who purchase them, they will take them. And Angel, our #1 mule, is now still traveling, and he buys tickets for the mules every year. And some fun facts about this. We have a cast iron cooking off, best brisket, beans, cornbread, and cobbler. Now, we're always needing judges.
Oh, imagine that.
Always. So what sets us apart of this festival? First of all, we give a mule away for charity.
Right.
And it has been local, been given the money from the mule to our local community, and then any missions. Last year went to Murfreesboro for the Green Ministries.
Okay.
And we're the second largest mule show in the country.
Wow.
By the number of classes we provide. People like to come to Shelbyville. They've got hookups, we've got the arena, they like to come. Shelbyville is the home of the Gaited Mule. So if you're going to the Grand Canyon, those mules came from Shelbyville, Tennessee. I bet you didn't know that, John.
I knew, I think I've heard that before because of some of the stuff that we do with the walking horse industry about how a lot of those trail horses,
yes,
the Tennessee walking horse is the greatest trail horse that you can sit on.
Trail horses, yes, but the mule going down due to
for what they do.
I mean, if the horses, I heard this explained, if the horses get spooked, they're going to back up. If the mule stays steady. So if you're going down the Grand Canyon, you don't want anything to back up because you're going down the mountain. I mean, the thing. That's what I know. So you can see the festival is in its 5th year. The first year we started was definitely, each year we've added more, taken from, but we're about to get the pattern solid.
Where it is, where it belongs.
Yes. And for the listening audience, all you have to do is drive to Shelbyville, Tennessee, 41 in, and it's the American Mule Show at the Celebration Grounds.
Okay. Our cast iron skillet. Now you know down in down the interstate,
South Pittsburgh,
they have a cornbread festival or whatever. Because they have cast iron factory down there. Is some of those people involved in this?
We've tried to reach out for a sponsorship. They have not.
Okay.
But a lot of people cook, especially cook in this, and they come and the different division. There is a festival for the cast iron cookers.
Right.
So we're hoping eventually we're going to pull them in to make our show a little bit bigger.
Well, and it's amazing how my wife has a doctor, an oncology doctor, who you think of this guy, you know, I mean, he's going to a French restaurant or something. His favorite thing to do is cast iron cooking and cook a complete meal in one skillet.
Correct.
And he gave us one of those cookbooks, you know, because we have people our age inherited cast iron.
Yes, sir.
From grandma or great grandma or mama. I mean, cast iron skillet was in every kitchen.
I have the most unique piece. It's a cast iron wok.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I inherited it from a divorce, but I love it.
Well, it's always something good comes out of the divorce, doesn't it?
So the tickets are available, and it's at tnambf.com. And that, you can go over there, pull the 2-day tickets, also see the schedule, it's there, and also visit Rachel.
There
Watch
you go.
her. She's beautiful. Beautiful.
Now, did you say what color she is?
She's a brown with kind of a darker hair. She's
Okay.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I guess, I don't know what they call it in the horse thing.
Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
As long as she's pretty.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Hey, you don't have to be just one kind to be pretty. There's all kinds of pretty out there.
But see, Marty and travels, he and his wife, and they go out. And also we have you can come and get on the mule train. The mule train leaves and goes through the community during this time too.
Very good.
So, covered wagon, it's kind of neat.
You're the best.
Oh, thank you. You're kind.
Well, I just love it when you come because, you always bring so much information, and it's always very either poignant or fun.
Well,
or both
I'm a fun
at the
person.
same time.
Yeah, I'm a fun person.
I know you are. And let me tell you what, if this woman right here is involved, get on the train because it's going to be good. It's going to ride smooth. It's going to feed you good, and you're going to laugh and smile and have a wonderful day.
That's interesting. You mentioned that back when I worked for the city of Jackson, Tennessee. One of our marketing person described me. She was a lady on a fast train, and you better get on board because she's in motion. And that's interesting you mentioned that. So thank you for the compliment.
You got that.
You bet.
You got that. Sylvia Pinson, folks.
Thank
my
you.
friend, and your friend too, because she's always working for the benefit of the citizens of this area. And
Thank you.
We thank her for all the many, many things she's done as well. So with that said, don't forget about mules. They're coming up. We'll be back after this message.
Thank you.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born. Where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while.
Yeah.
Where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water. Where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done. Where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. 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 Woo.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this past week we celebrated the 9/11, the date for that, and we did a lot of things. The city did stuff with the fire department, and different things happened during that week. And what we want to do right now is go to Lyle Russell and see some of the stuff that took place.
Thank you, sir. Let's bow our heads and pray this morning. Dear Heavenly Father, this morning we pause to remember September 11th. We honor the lives lost, the families who still carry the pain, and the heroes who ran toward the danger with courage and love. Bring comfort to those who grieve, strength to those who serve, and unity to our nation in the face of division. May we never forget the cost of that day, and may we always choose peace over hate, love over fear. In Jesus' name, amen. Today we gather not to just remember, but to reaffirm, to honor the lives lost on September 11, 2011, and to recognize the strength that rose from the ashes of tragedy. Patriot Day is not merely a date on the calendar, it's a solemn reminder of the courage, unity, and resilience of the divine American spirit. We remember the innocent souls who went to work, boarded flights, and never came home. Remember the first responders, the firefighters, police officers, paramedics, who ran toward danger with unwavering resolve. Their sacrifice is etched into our national memory and into our hearts of every community, including ours. In Tullahoma, we know the value of service. We see it in our fire department, our police department, in our veterans, and our neighbors who lend a hand without being asked. Patriot Day is a moment to reflect on that spirit of service and ask ourselves, how can we carry it forward? Let us teach our children not just what happened, but why it matters. Let us live with purpose, kindness, and vigilance. Let us honor the fallen, not only with words, but with actions that build a better, safer, and more compassionate world. May we never forget. May we always stand together. Thank you. If I could at this time have Mayor Lynn Seaborn.
September 11th was a beautiful day. It was beautiful here in Tennessee. From all the photos you see, it was a beautiful day in New York. And it was an ordinary day, I guess. We have a generation now with no first-hand memory of that. Some of these young men over here, I'm sure, have no first-hand memory of 9/11. I had a son born in the state of Florida a couple of weeks before 9/11. So we adopted a young man now. And so we were sitting home. So I was running a little bit late to work because we had a new baby in the house. And I just remember on the radio, I was listening to Phil Valentine, and they were talking about in some little plane might hit one of the buildings. They didn't know what's going on. And all of a sudden, his sidekick mentioned that, oh my goodness, another plane just hit the other building, and instantly everybody knew. Stupid, right? But we have this memory here today, and the chief talked about that, and I'd like to ask the question of why do we do this remembrance? Is it just to remember those who died? And I think it's something more than that. I was looking at these young men over here. I was with the fire department the other night. You think about the men who passed in that event. The youngest firefighter was a young man named Michael Camerata. He was 22 years old with Ladder Company 11 in Manhattan. What would I do? Could I really face up to a challenge like that? I'd be surprised if these men don't think about that occasionally. And I think when you think about the firemen that day, they got up on a beautiful, ordinary day. And to some extent, they're just regular guys. Our firefighters, our officers, our police officers, our nurses, just regular people getting up. They've probably been on hundreds, if not thousands of calls, false alarms, small things that weren't significant. Today, that day was significant. And I think one of the values of this remembrance is not just to mourn the dead, but to look at the example that they set and to realize that they were ordinary people who stood up to an ordinary challenge. And our young men and women today can do the same thing. Because the reality is there's no such thing as an ordinary person. All people have the capacity to do extraordinary things. And these people set the example for us in that, and we remember their example today. I appreciate so much, Chief, as remembrance that y'all do every year, that we not let this go. May God comfort the wounded, may God protect our first responders, and may God bless America.
City Administrator Jason Wood, please come up. Thank you, sir.
I want to thank Chief Pearson for allowing me to come visit and speak today. I want to thank all of you for being here as well. You know, as we look at this remembrance, for a lot of us, to be honest, a lot of us, this doesn't stick with us every day. We don't think about 9/11 every day. Usually starting at about 2 or 3 days before today, you'll start seeing remembrance items. You'll see on social media, you'll see in the newspaper. And I saw one last night that really struck with me. Someone had posted a picture, and it was the night before 9/11. And in the middle of the picture was the Statue of Liberty. You had the Twin Towers all lit up. You could tell there was business and activity and people in the building. And I think that shows the innocence that we as Americans held that day from the standpoint of that would never happen here. Then we remember the next day. And then I saw a picture probably 2 or 3 minutes later, and it was her standing tall, torch held high. Twin Towers are gone. Smoke, ashes are burning, but she still held high her torch for freedom. She held high her torch for belief in America, for opportunities that we all are afforded, and she wasn't shaken. And I think we see that in our spirit today. I know we do from a local perspective. Chief Sons, I can't tell you how much it means for me for you to be here, Kennedy, Phil as well. I know when we talk about first responders and we think about 9/11, we definitely think about all the firemen rushing up the building, but also those police officers that were there and that were fallen and their families have been impacted. How many of you drove in this morning thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to rain? Do me a favor, look to your left for a second, look at that sky. I want you to look over your right shoulder. What do you see? The sun is up. The sun will always come up on America. The sun will always come up on the state of Tennessee. And the sun will always come up in the city of Tullahoma. I know many of you are believers that God has us in His hands. I never have any doubt in the morning who I serve and who's there to help me make it through the day. And I pray today that God is with every family that was impacted by this unnecessary tragedy in New York. For those that are impacted here, impacted throughout our country. Pray for those people today. If you see somebody say something, I see these gentlemen in front of me, the most patriotic men I've ever met, who are here. I just want to say thank you for all the service that you've provided to us. Yesterday we had a tragedy that we've all been aware of. But at the end of the day, I hope you'll remember we're all one people, we're all one family, and we're all united. And I thank God every day that I live in this beautiful city of Tullahoma, and that I get to spend time with every one of you. Thank you. Please join me in a moment of silence.
When asked why I go with Light Tube, well, the answer is pretty simple. In 1946, a company was formed to provide phone systems and nurse call systems at an affordable price. That company would continue to grow. In 2000, that communication team realized the dot-com bubble would provide power, flexibility, and efficiency to house voice-over internet phone services. So they built their own platform and installed their first voice-over IP system in 2001. While Host My Calls was getting started in 1946, a year later, in 1947, saw the beginning of the Tullahoma Utility Authority. They would start providing electric power to homes and businesses throughout the entire Tullahoma area. In 1977, as more services were needed, the current building was built to provide both power and water to meet the needs as Tullahoma's growth continued. And in 2008, Tullahoma would venture into the world of fiber optics and start providing the strongest internet service in the area at affordable prices. With the history of these two companies providing dependable service, selecting Light Tube for Host My voice, text, and video to run over was an easy choice. Call today, 931-581-4411, and start experiencing great communications.
Hi, my name is Ringo. Here at Barkview Senior Living, they're human friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Welcome back. I'm so glad to have Greg Gressel with me today. He's the chairman at South Jackson Performing Arts Center, and I don't know how you're even out of bed coming to this show as much as you do.
Well, it's been a long couple of weeks, but, busy days gets lots accomplished, and so we're grateful for them.
You're absolutely amazing, and I thought I'd just throw in, you noticed that we put up some artwork. Well, yep. Michael Bush is going to be on our show soon, and so stay tuned. And let's go back to what's happening at South Jackson right now.
Okay.
So today, cleaning up from
Anna Green Gables. What a great weekend, and gearing up and getting ready for an incredible ice cream social this
coming
Thursday,
up Thursday
the 18th.
Night. So grab your lawn chairs and come to South Jackson. I think it's going to be a beautiful night.
It's going to be a beautiful evening.
And we always hope it'll be outside, but if something happened, we'd go inside. And there is a dance class at 6 o'clock. Don't forget to bring your dancing shoes if you love to dance, and go inside the building in the auditorium. Tim Taylor will be there teaching ballroom dancing.
Yeah, it'll be just an incredible time. We'll get everything set up, and we'll have great ice cream, and we'll have some other concessions, and our bar area open. But just a great evening to sit out and relax and listen to some awesome big band music.
South Jackson Street Band.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that all sounds like fun.
It's going to be a great evening.
I am thrilled to death about Oktoberfest because it's always fun.
It's always a lot of fun, and we've moved it up this year. It's a little earlier than it has traditionally been, but it's where it traditionally should be. Oktoberfest, when celebrated the way that it was meant to, is supposed to happen in September, because you're bringing in the month of October, and so Oktoberfest is September 27th.
And that's very soon.
It's a couple of weeks from now on Saturday on the lawn and patio stage there at South Jackson Performing Arts. We'll have a polka band live there. We'll have DJs, awesome contest, Stein hosting, broad eating. We'll have German-inspired foods and regular foods with the food trucks.
And crafts, I believe. Crafts.
Yeah, there'll be crafts. There'll be artisans there with their booths selling their goods, and so lots of fun and lots of
I wanted to say, practice your yodeling. We have a big yodeling contest.
We do have
and we never have enough contestants.
Yes.
So practice your yodeling. You don't have to be great. Just get up there and audition.
Yeah, they'll help you figure it out while you're there. So.
And you have a great band. I love those guys.
Yes, the Happiness Band.
Happiness
they're
Band.
They're out of Nashville area, kind of outskirts of Nashville, and do a great job with the German polka style music. So.
And they just keep going.
Just keep going.
They're
the
not
time this year is a little different. We have moved it up. A lot of festival goers like getting started earlier, so we're starting at 10 and going to 6.
Going to 6.
And so 10 to 6. I won't even mention the old time so we don't confuse anyone. But 10 to 6, that gives us great time with our food trucks also to eat for lunch, to eat for dinner, you know. And
you can just come and spend the for noon and the afternoon.
Right, and there'll be German beers, and we're just working on.
Oh, there's always the
Stein hoisting.
Stein
hoisting contest and broad eating contest, and so there'll be all those fun traditional Oktoberfest things. So
and it doesn't cost you anything to come.
Oh.
But of course you got to bring some money so you can buy some good food and.
Yeah, and there's an incredible kids section. I mean, it grows a little bit bigger each year, our kids area. So and they'll be operating the.
I love
the
seeing
time,
children
so.
on the lawn,
Yep.
having a good time.
It's going to be great.
That's wonderful, and
Good for the family.
I hope you'll bring your mama and your daddy and everybody.
All of them.
Come and have a good time.
Bring all of them.
And then it's going to open up the Christmas season, sort of.
Yeah, it really does. I joke, but it's not really a joke, that our holiday season begins in October. And to be quite honest with you, the way that we've been doing September, now moving Oktoberfest into September, having our ice cream social in
Then it moves
September,
right into
having a September main stage show like Anne of Green Gables, it feels like it kind of started this year in
Right.
September, because I mean, from October on, it will be pretty booked.
Yeah, I don't want to forget to say something about the Young Musicians Showcase, because we have that every year to show you that we have young people that are fantastic artists, and
Right.
that will be an afternoon matinee. The date is a little bit off. I don't know exactly, but it's before Thanksgiving.
Yes,
on
it's
a
the
Sunday afternoon.
before Thanksgiving.
So come and support those young people.
Yes, but we'll kick off October with a Courtyard Stage musical, Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. I've never seen that. Is it as scary as it sounds?
Well, I think it could be. It definitely do your homework, read some reviews and stuff on what it is. It is a very niche-y event, but we've already sold a lot of
Have
tickets.
you?
Yes.
Really? That's great. Is this outside?
It's outside on the Courtyard Stage. We have a splash zone, and the splash zone means that you sit in this particular area and you're guaranteed to get splashed with the blood from the stage, and you actually get a special shirt that you get when you get there, so your price of admission includes a nice white shirt that all the blood
that
can
you
stain.
get. Oh my goodness!
And so we've got a couple of our evening performances. They're all at 7 o'clock, and there's 4 of them. It's Thursday through Sunday, but we've got a couple of them that's already sold out in the splash
And the
zone.
Sunday show is won't be a matinee,
Will
right?
not be
It'll
a
be at
matinee.
night.
It'll be at 7 o'clock as well. And but the splash zone on several of the shows have already sold out.
That's awesome.
But get your tickets. It's a bring your own chair kind of event, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is there going to be a Halloween walk through like before?
That we do. We have several things planned. So there's that, and then the 17th and 18th of October. I wouldn't plan to get this deep into October.
Oh,
17th
sorry.
and 18th of October is going to be Rocky Horror. And
Oh, that's right,
And it's
yeah.
the 50th anniversary of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And it's been selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, and so tickets are already on sale for Rocky Horror for this year as well. Be a big anniversary year. Both of those shows have a following. They're very niche-y, have their own kind of a groupie following, and a lot of fun. And then the weekend before Halloween, which is like the 24th, 25th, 26th, I think maybe 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Right, whatever.
Anyway, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday is our Spirit Walks.
Oh, yeah.
And the Spirit Walks and Ghost Stories will take place, and it's just it's a fun event where it's a whiskey tasting, so you're tasting the spirits as you're walking along and hearing about the spirits. So it'll have a scary story from that haunted distillery that will be represented.
Oh, good.
And then a scary story about South Jackson or Tullahoma, something more regional. So there'll be ghost stories all throughout the way. They're going to get a nice little tour of some parts of the building that maybe they don't get to be in
Right.
during other times, and so they get to experience all of that. So it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. And on 2 of those nights, the Friday night and Saturday night, afterwards will be the opportunity, if you want to purchase tickets, to come see a scary movie on the big screen. We've got the original Dracula,
Awesome.
the popular Dracula one. I'm trying to think of the name, but we'll talk about that more
yeah.
in days to come. And then Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh my goodness, and so you don't have any excuse to not have anything to do.
Yeah.
I think the good part about coming and doing something at South Jackson Performing Arts Center is you don't have such a long drive home.
You don't. You can get home easily afterwards.
Yeah, and if you're from way out of town, get a hotel. We have some good hotels
we have
here.
Great hotels here.
Yes, we do, and that sounds exciting.
It's going to be good. It's
I
going to
hope I live through it all.
It's going to be a great time. October, I'm telling you, we kick it off, and of course we'll be thinking about all the stuff that's happening in November,
Christmas
and
trees
December,
and on and on
Christmas
and on
trees
and on.
and all of that. So, yeah.
Do you think we've told enough?
Well, I think that there's plenty to talk about.
There's plenty to talk about
when it comes to South Jackson.
And I wanted to throw in about the Art Center. We are looking for money.
Yeah.
To redo the Art Center, well, to get the Art Center up to opening.
Right.
It's my understanding,
Well,
and donations are very much appreciated.
Yeah, I would love to give an update. We have had funds coming in. We have been able to work on some things. We have worked on the elevator system and catching the everything up to date on the elevator system. That is now up and running. Everything is going great there. The inspector is the last person to come in. He's already been in once.
Oh, good.
He's expected to come back any day and give the stamp of approval on the elevator situation. So that was part of our funds that we were raising. Also, a new HVAC system for our main gallery on the second floor has been out, and it was a large financial undertaking.
I'm sure it was.
Have
that been done?
We have raised enough money that they're coming this week to begin that process.
I think that's fabulous. I think the arts in this town are to be, applauded, because we need to have a place for people that do art and crafts and many other things that the Art Center is famous for. And we are getting the watercolor, is that?
We are, yeah, we could make that announcement here. The American Watercolor Exhibit, the traveling watercolor exhibit, is coming back to Tullahoma.
I think that is
in
fabulous.
2026. It will be June the 17th through August the 15th of 2026. And so we're very, very excited to have the watercolor exhibit back. And we're just, we're working to get things ready for that and to get things just reopened. I'm hoping that by October you will start seeing more on social media and advertising for classes at the Fine Arts Center.
Oh, there's going to be.
So we can begin our classes back.
And I guess we're still looking for volunteers, are we?
We are. Well, we're still looking for funds too, because although those things that I named, there's still portions of the center that we have to get
And we're going to have
going.
to stop talking because I've got the big zeros.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Greg. I love it
Absolutely.
when you come.
Absolutely.
And I love what you do. We'll be back with Michael Bush. Thank you.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Gracie and Pedro might not get along so well.
They're standing on my tail.
But there's one thing they agree on. There's a right seat for everyone.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Whether you're a dog,
Hold on, Pooch.
a cat, a fish, or a rat.
And I'm a ferret.
Be sure to travel safe.
How can you be so sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
On your next adventure, make sure your children are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Michael Bush.
Thank you.
I am so glad you came today.
Certainly.
I have loved your artwork since the first time I saw any, and you're still at it.
Still doing it every day.
And we brought in a couple of pieces. I want you to tell the public about your pieces here.
Well, generally speaking, I work, as you know, in series, and this series was a group of paintings called idioms, and you can just Google idioms, and there are thousands of them come up.
Thousands of idioms.
So I would take the idioms that I could see visually. The one beside you is about people living in glass houses. You don't want to throw stones at people that live in glass houses. And of course, behind them is a see-through house. The painting behind me is called Take It to the Bank.
I love that.
Which is an expression saying you can take that to the bank, and that it has real purpose and meaning. And
Right.
I could visually envision a guy just loading all of his money down and headed to the bank in a wheelbarrow.
Well, right now, all of his money might not fill up the wheelbarrow, or it will be overflowing,
Right.
depending on what you're doing with it. But
Certainly.
I love that.
Well, thank you.
And how many pieces is in this series?
There's somewhere around 30 pieces in the series of idioms. They're not all this large. Some are rather small, and some are bigger. But I like to paint large, and 30 is a pretty good number for doing a one-person show.
I like the way you use color. I think maybe most of your pieces will have some of this color.
Right.
Is that correct?
I'm a color field kind of painter. I enjoy working with brighter colors. I've tried periodically to go to more subtle pastels, and it's not as comfortable for me to
Now that
work
you did
way.
that in Murfreesboro, right?
Yes.
You took some of those. I love those too.
Yes.
They were fabulous. And in my head, I was wondering what inspired that particular set of paintings.
Well, again, I will get an acorn of an idea, and I spend almost every evening sitting in my living room with sketch pads, and I'll think of something and I'll begin to expand on it. And once I've thought of one, like with the idiom series here, I will oftentimes think of 20 or 30 or 40 right off.
Right off.
The gallery I showed in Nashville for many years was Ron York in Belle Meade, and I would bring paintings to him about every month and a half, and he finally told me, he said, you don't need to bring 20. You know, bring 6 and 6 of another one. But he said, 20 is too many.
Yeah, 20 is a lot of paintings.
Right. So the idea is an acorn, and at night as I sit there and begin to sketch the ideas, expand on that. And
Well, I think I have the story right. I think you came from California. Is that correct?
No,
I thought you did.
I'm from Florida.
Okay. Well, what were you doing in California?
I never worked in California. I worked in the movie industry for 20 years.
Okay, that's where I got the idea.
Right. But I worked strictly, 90% of what I did was on the East Coast.
Okay.
The reason being, there's a catch-22 in the industry, and you have to be a union member.
Right.
And in California, you have to be a union member to be part of the crew, but you can't. And to get a card, you have to work 7 consecutive days on a movie. But you can't work on any movie any days if you don't have the card.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22. I happened to observe some people doing what I wound up doing and in Washington, D.C. And I went over and talked to them for a while, and I said, how can I do this? And they said, oh, you just go down to the union hall and get a union card. Well, I went down, and there were many young ladies, many middle-aged ladies there, all had a good laugh. They said that their Washington, D.C. union hadn't had a new member in 10 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
Their books were completely full. And I didn't let that
stop you.
No. So the next day I showed up with a bag of donuts, and I said, hey, what's the chances today? And they informed me it was still 0. Finally, one day I walked in, they said, if you go to Miami's books are open right now. And I was from Florida originally anyway. So I worked for a company that let me fly anytime, anywhere I wanted. So I got on a plane and immediately flew to Miami and signed up and got my union card there. And that let me work in everywhere except New York City and the 7 western states. And
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
When was the first time you knew that you had to do art?
Oh, yeah, very, very young. I was in elementary school, and I recognized I had the talent that I could work with. I, sadly enough, have no musical talent whatsoever. I can't hold a note. My wife is a beautiful singer, and I am not. And I've always envied that. But what talent I had translated into
the paintings.
And then the saddest part about this entire situation is when I was in high school, I had, fresh out of college, a young teacher, Mr. Maxwell, who taught the art department. The sad part is the day before school started, the metal shop instructor died.
Oh, wow.
And so they canceled metal shop for the year. Well, Mr. Maxwell turned the metal shop into my studio.
How awesome.
Yes, and I lived in Jacksonville Beach. There were a lot of shipping.
So as a high school student, you were already putting out artwork that was to be talked about.
And he taught me how to weld. He taught me how to do large plaster. So when the state and the county and the cities would have art shows for young artists, their sculptures, they would take a old wax carton of milk, they would pour in vermiculite and plaster, and then they would whittle away on it. In the meantime, I had a 20-foot tall welded steel soldier with a shield and everything. So, and because I lived at the beach, we were always kind of, I don't know if you want to say jealous, but we were separate from the city of Jacksonville. And there was I don't know what to call it, but there was a bit of rivalry between the two. So when they did it, the county-wide art show, the city of Jacksonville Beach sent over a forklift and a flatbed truck and picked all my big sculptures up and carried in.
That is awesome.
And they've set all these up at the art show. Well, I don't know if mine was physically that much better than anybody else's, but it was far more noticeable, and it was going to draw attention.
And of
so
course.
I won scholarship money after scholarship money.
Goodness.
And then, of course, then the city of Jacksonville Beach could brag, they would bring it back. So I had all of these assets as a senior in high school.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I don't know that we have that kind of assets everywhere we go.
No.
And that's the reason I want to always support our art galleries and bring in great talent like you, Michael. And I'm hoping that as soon as we open down here, that I'll see your great paintings hanging everywhere.
I can tell you there are several places I've always enjoyed exhibiting. And here in Tullahoma, the art center here and the old building across Jackson was a phenomenal place to show. It was large enough that you could put in a lot of work and put in some big work. It was small enough that it felt intimate.
Right, I like that too.
You know, it never felt like you were in a gymnasium somewhere showing your work.
I know it because it gets lost.
Right.
It's like playing big band music in a gymnasium. You get feedback, and it just doesn't work the same way.
Right.
I am so impressed with what you have done. Do you have a favorite series that you've done, or can you possibly pinpoint that?
I have a series that's been continuing on, and I showed it here, was my socio-political series, which were paintings of a man with bloody knuckles, and the paintings was titled "She Made Me Do It," and I had a lot of that kind of thing, and I'm revisiting that and adding to it because we hope to do that show again up in Murfreesboro in November.
Because Murfreesboro has your stuff right now.
Yes, I'm showing.
Well, let's give them a quick plug for them. Where is that located?
That is in the Center for the Arts, which is the theater and has a large exhibition space right adjacent to in the same building. And
It's not real far off the square, is it?
1 block off the square.
That's what I thought.
And I have 23 big pieces hanging up there right now. They'll be there the entire month of
Well, I
September.
love what I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
I think if anybody wants to look him up, you can go to W. Michael Bush and find pictures of his work. And you'll find that a lot of what's up in Murfreesboro is quite different from this.
Yes, yes.
And it's exciting to me to know someone that has such a great creative spirit and that you can grasp different thoughts at the same time. Do you ever get up in the middle of the night and start to sketch?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Those days have passed.
But you have done that, haven't you?
Yes, I did a long time ago. Now, like I say, I spend every evening with drawing pads in front of me doing sketches, but 11 o'clock I'm beginning to, the ideas are slowing down. Right. And so, but Madonna, my wife, does her jewelry, and she's beginning to work on 3-dimensional pieces.
Oh, good.
Much smaller, but...
So she's an artist in her own way.
She is.
Not only does she sing, but
Yes.
she's doing this.
Well, and she showed at the gallery here.
Good.
And
I think I remember
they're
that.
very well. I mean, they're pieces that are they were profitable. She could sell enough. I cannot emphasize how much we enjoyed that facility over there, and I genuinely look forward to coming back and being invited.
I'm excited about it opening up again, and the lady that started it many, many years ago is to be complimented on hanging in there and making sure that it became what it needed to be, and I think it's going to be that again. I'm looking forward to that.
And I genuinely applaud you all for that. I know it's had a few little bumps here and there, but that's part of life, as you and I can very well promise. But it's the idea that it's good for the city. People can come in. I was given a little bit of information, which I won't share, about what show you have coming up, and I don't know if you talked to him about that.
We talked a little bit about the watercolor
The watercolor show, and I'm saying that show is equal to any show I've ever seen anywhere.
And it's only going to show 6 places, I believe, in the whole entire United States.
Right.
So we have been blessed to be able to get that exhibit again, because
well, it attracted people from all over Middle Tennessee.
and we have a lot of local artists that that are do great work, and they need a place to showcase.
Sure.
Everybody needs a place to showcase. I want it to be like Paris, where you just walking through the streets and there's artwork everywhere.
Yes, yes. Well, it's getting more and more that way with people actually beginning to do murals on walls, which...
Yeah, we have a few of those now.
Right, and they are examples of people visually being able to express themselves.
It's like watching the train go through. The other day I just stopped my car, and I had to because I couldn't get across the street, but I got to watch all this artwork on the train going through. Michael, they're probably going to cut us off before too long, and I just want you to know that I am so overwhelmed that you were able to come today and bring these wonderful paintings and what they mean, and I cannot wait to see you with more stuff hanging in our art gallery. And please, out there, if you have some spare cash, send it to South Jackson Civic Center, but label it Fine Arts Center, because that's what the money will be for. We want to get everything going as fast as we can. So, as the clock clicks down, I have to just be ready to shut this off. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And it's great to see you again.
It's nice to see you again, too.
Tell your wife to keep singing. We'll be back.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority, power in community.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I am so glad that Michael Bush was in the studio.
I am too.
He is such a brilliant, brilliant man, and so creative. And his wife, and they're just wonderful, wonderful people who live in this area and create some of the greatest stuff.
We have a nice community here. You know, I've lived in all around the world. There's nowhere I'd rather live than near Tullahoma.
Well, you know, and probably the reason because of that, you know, you can tag it to Arnold Center out here in the Space Institute because people from all over the world come here.
Yes, they do.
You know, you can't find a little town with 20,000 people just randomly stuck in the United States that would have the kind of folks come to it that come to Tullahoma.
Tullahoma is the only Tullahoma in the world.
In the world.
Is that
That's
not
exactly
amazing?
right.
I love that.
Now look at that wheelbarrow back there behind you. That guy's, look at that, got dollar bills on it.
Oh.
Look at him. Striped suit,
Am I
pinstripe suit.
covering
Reckon
it?
he is. Reckon who he is.
I don't
Reckon
know.
he's a banker.
He probably has
He's
made.
hauling money somewhere.
He's got a lot of money. I'm afraid his
One
wheelbarrow-
of Mike's things that he did one time that I loved was showing about how things that happen and why they happen, and people going into the penitentiary they don't come out as sort of criminals. They learn how to be a criminal in prison, you know. And it shows a man drinking a cup of coffee, and underneath him he's standing on a glass floor, and his legs go through the floor, and he's standing on a woman's shoulders.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of our very, very, very important men are standing on the efforts of the women beneath them.
Yeah, and a lot of sort of standing.
And Michael presents that
He's
in a way
able to
that no one
present it.
else but Michael would think to do it.
I love the jazz series.
Yes, as
That's
well.
one of my favorites.
Hey, one thing I've got to tell you, next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday is the Race Across the State for Alzheimer's Tennessee. That's where Walmart has gone together and partnered with Alzheimer's Tennessee, and they wrap a car, and it's like a pace car for the NASCAR. He's a NASCAR buddy, and they take it across the state at different locations of Walmart. The Corvette Club will be there with their cars.
That's awesome.
And then we have music. Walmart provides some food. There'll be food truck, different things. So that's next Thursday morning, and it's around. They'll be starting up 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. And the car drives across the state and makes stops at different times during the day. So a lot of fun. Come out there and help make Alzheimer's a memory. Will you do that? And all you have to do is just make awareness, give a little money, put it in there toward that, and find a way that that help can be found.
Absolutely. My mother had.
And don't forget to go to the football game Friday night. That's Tullahoma versus Nolensville right here. And
don't forget Thursday night, the South Jackson Street Band plays at South Jackson Performing Arts Center out front on the lawn. Bring your chairs, bring your mom and them, and stay a while. Listen to some good music.
All right, it's a full week, folks. We love you. Thank you for being with us. And don't forget, be good to yourself, be good to your neighbors, be good to your friends, and be kind.
Absolutely.
Be kind. We'll see you next time.